Hey guys, it's Megabubfish here on the BunchaSquares SMP server, coming at you for another episode on this fancy little world that we've got going on here. My base is looking actually really good, I think. I think this is a lot of fun. We've got the storage area complete, we have the portal room complete, and we have kind of this little bedroom complete. And I really like all of this stuff right here. But there are some areas that are not complete. So today I want to finish up this part of my base. I want to call it good and be able to move on to other bigger and better projects, because I've got some big things planned and I still really haven't had the chance to do a lot of it because I've been busy fiddling with my base. So let's just jump in and I'll show you what exactly I have in mind. Now, if you'll remember, last episode I built myself a creeper farm, and if we'll come right over here, we will see that it has actually been producing like crazy, far faster than I thought it would. And I did actually, after last episode was done, I went to the caves underneath things, and I made sure as much stuff was lit up as I could find. And I've emptied this a few times now. I now have a shulker box that's almost full of rockets already. And as you can see, since the last time I've emptied it, we've gotten another couple of stacks. So that is phenomenal. I absolutely love that I have access to that now. I honestly don't understand why I haven't done this before. But if you come up here from the creeper farm, you will see that I've done a little bit of decorating over here. And basically, I needed some bookshelves, and I needed myself the enchanting table somewhere in my base. And here we are, lo and behold. We now have the enchantment table and our own sort of little personal library with a couple of lecterns just for the heck of it. And I think that actually looks pretty good. But we do need to fill out this hallway here, make everything look nice. I just broke that torch. Whoops. But also, as we're coming back in here, you might notice that I've done a little bit of renovating of this area. This is where the super smelter is. Down here is where the output is, and as you can see, I've got some iron in there right now. This is the input for the coal, and this is the input for the items, and I think this actually looks pretty dang good. And here, actually, in the library, is the button to access it and turn it on and off. So I think this is looking pretty good, this little hallway stretch. I've expanded the water walkway here because I think I want to push this aesthetic through things a little bit more. I've found that creatures, mobs that do spawn, if it's a bit too dark somewhere, they have trouble pathfinding over these blocks, so they tend to stand in one place and spin for a while, which is good. I don't want them going too far and blowing something up. But today, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be doing the same thing with this floor here. We're going to get the ceiling complete in here. And then if you come in here, we have our brewing stands. Now the brewing stands, I'm going to be using, I believe, Impulse SV's automatic potion brewer setup. And I think that should actually fill in this space nicely. I'll have room for 2 modules of that. And yeah, hopefully that should look all good. We'll get this finished up and slicked up with some nice potion brewers. Now, that should be most of what we need to do, but I also want to tackle this farm area because, well, it does its job right now, but the ceiling leaves a little to be desired, and the walls are kind of gross. So we do need to fix that up. Although, I do have this in here, which I think is pretty cool. I finally added back my automatic fishing farm, so I can AFK here, allow the creepers to spawn from there, and yeah, basically, the base is coming together, and I'm really happy with how it's coming together. So, that's what we're going to jump into today, and go! So once again, we've finished up part of this project. The floor is looking good throughout the base at this point, but I've run out of oak wood for the ceilings, because that's kind of a running thing. Oak wood is sort of the good ceiling cover, I think, but yeah, I'm out of it, like 100% aside from these few planks, and that's really not enough to do much, so I've just chopped down all of my birch trees up in my little forest there and replaced them with oak saplings. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for them to grow, I think I'm going to try and tackle this area and get these auto brewers up and going. Alright, I think I have these stations set up. I don't know if this one appears to already be going, though. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that was going to happen. Let me try this one, see if it activates. There we go. Oh, and it's brewing as well. That's fantastic. Yeah, so basically what I've got is I have a couple of stands here. This one is going to be for splash potions of weakness, because we're going to need a ton of those when we update to 1.16 and go into hard mode. We're going to need a ton for villagers, so I'm going to have to keep up on these. Hopefully this should produce these potions. Oh, I've got stone in here on accident. Don't know how that happened. Okay, hopefully that didn't break anything. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about this. This should just kind of be running in the background while I'm doing other things. And hopefully, if you're watching here, you'll be able to see as these guys brew up. Oh. Okay, so something went wrong here. Let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, so the splash potion one is working a charm. This is doing exactly what I want it to do. The other one appears to have just completely malfunctioned, and I don't know why. Is that gonna do anything here? So basically, alright, so I need to hopefully, hold on. Mundane potion, no. Okay, that's not supposed to do that. Okay. I don't know what's happened here. I don't know what I've done wrong. I'm going to have to, I might have to fiddle with this for a while here. This is supposed to be that, for sure. And I'm supposed to take one nether wart, and then water bottle. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna disable this one, and I will come back to it in just a moment. Well, okay, so now this one broke. I think I just didn't have enough stuff in it to keep it running the whole amount of time. I don't get it. I don't get exactly what's going on here. Oh boy. So I don't do well with technical builds like this, so I'm just gonna have to struggle through this for a bit. I'll be back to you in a while. So I've made my way to the shopping area with a diamond in my pocket and a smile in my heart, because we are going to be buying out the brown mushrooms, because, yeah, this is just kind of getting a little ridiculous. I cannot do enough things with what I have on hand. Seriously, I just need to make as many fermented spider eyes as possible. I have the spider eyes, I have the sugar, I just don't have enough mushrooms. So yeah, music note, just made a diamond there for sure. As long as I'm here, I probably should check and see if I've made any diamonds over at my gold shop. Nope, nothing in the gold, unfortunately. That's a bit of a bummer, but I don't think people have been on a whole lot in the last couple of days, so that's probably making a lot of sense. Alright, so I'm going to check out the lantern shop as well, as long as I'm here. I see that whatever this is has added another floor. I feel like this is designed to deliberately confuse people as to what it is. It's kind of, I don't get it. Okay, so let's check real quick in the lantern shop, in the glowing lantern, and see if we have had any luck with sales. Nope. Alright, it's the moment of truth. We're gonna find out if this actually works or if I've just wasted my time. Okay. Alright, so basically we're just gonna have to see for a few moments here whether or not this continues brewing through the bottles that we have here in the hopper. And it should hopefully do just that. Alright, okay, it looks like we've done it, and everything seems to be running just fine. So, we have these guys up and running, and now we just need to clean up this room and make sure it's nice and tidy. Now, obviously, over here we have our potions of fire resistance, and we've run out of bottles already, which is kind of the the one thing, I guess, that's going to continuously slow us down, but that is not going to be too much of a problem. I can't imagine. I'm probably just going to have to go and use the smelter and smelt up some more glass. Okay, so I think this room is coming together nicely. All the decorations are looking good, and I think I like the kind of shape that this has, sort of this little scooped out little alcove here. And basically what I'm going to do is I have actually filled up a bunch of these water bottles, and if you look over here, this has currently shut off due to the fact that the chests are full. They automatically turn off, which is a great piece of utility for them, so I think this is great. We already have a ton of splash potions of weaknesses, so that's going to be fantastic. Okay, so yeah, now that this is kind of laid out, I do need to replace this wall, get a roof in here, and I think it's high time I go and I check on the oak trees and see that they've actually grown up, because that's kind of what I've been waiting for a lot of this. Yep, we have oak trees. There is a lot of tree here, and it looks like we've got a couple of big trees that have grown up in the middle of things here. That's fantastic. I love it. Oh, and you can see over there we have the villager trading hall on one side of the mountain and the Nordic village on the other. I think that's just, that's kind of silly, I admit. I might go through at some point and renovate the villager hall once I've gone about transforming the villagers, which actually I am one step closer to. Over here you will see that I have a little box, and this little box contains the goodest boy I could find, a really fancy zombie named Gurk. Like, everything's named Gurk, I guess. That's this season's Bub's Army. Because if you remember last season, I believe, all of my villagers were named Bub's Army, which was kind of funny. Oh, you know what I realized? I should be making use of the new bee mechanics, where they spawn in on a tree after you plant the sapling if you have a flower nearby. I can't believe that I haven't been taking advantage of that up until this point. Okay, I'm going to whack these trees down and I will be right back. Alright, so I think my potions room is all said and done. This actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. Yeah, I've pretty much gone with the same style of walls as I have throughout the rest of the base. I'm trying to keep things somewhat coherent, even though the style's kind of been bouncing all over the place with some of this. Some of it I started trying to go Nordic with and then just immediately abandoned. So, yeah, I think this is just kind of a style of its own. And, yeah, that should be all good in here. That means item number whatever this is checked off the list. Okay guys, I just had to show you this. I went to check on my creeper farm area just to see how things have been going while I've been in my base building things and such, and I have stacks on stacks of gunpowder right now. I am beyond pleased. I'm never going to have to pay for rockets again. And, yeah, this is just going peachy. I'm glad I decided to go with that in this spot on the wall. But that kind of means right now that I'm going to have to be careful with whatever decorations I put here. Any sort of replacement wall that I throw up will have to inevitably be part of the farm. Now, like I said, that doesn't really matter because we are never going to see the farm. But I can't get all fancy with different shaped blocks and whatnot. This is just going to have to be kind of a flat wall. And there are a number of ways I could go with that. I don't want to have to make more maps, I'll be honest. Otherwise, I would consider just making this a giant map of the area. But I'll have to come up with something, because I want this to jump out a little bit as you're coming around the corner, because the rest of this base, it's nothing particularly special. Even this area is just kind of, it's decorative, but it's not super exciting. Okay, I've once again gone with the same kind of pattern along the walls, although honestly, I tried the oak for in here as a pillar, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't go where I think it should go for this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and grab some trapdoors and cover these up so it gives it a bit of definition, and probably replace these top things with something else. We'll have to see. Okay, you know what? Overall, I think this looks much better. I'm a little iffy about this corner, but it kind of needs to be like that so I have access to my creepers. Yeah, this is a little weird. I might come up with something different to just kind of decorate this a little bit because, yeah, it does not look the best. But I think, overall, this part of the base is pretty much complete at this point. I think I want to do one more oak slab up here in the corner. Yeah, just to kind of bring that corner down a little bit. In fact, I'll probably just do... Oh no, I'm out of slabs! Alert! Alert! There we go. And I've also patched up this area in the portal room. If you remember from last episode, I said I would fix that, and now I have. Okay, so, how are things looking? We've got the portal room, the bedroom. Those are both done now and complete. The storage room is, I believe, pretty much done, except for the beacons, because I still have 2 more beacons to get before I'm calling this good. I have this area complete. I'm going to leave this open for right now because I need passage down to the mines, and I'm going to probably add something at some point that's an easier access method to the mines than this. But yeah, so this area is looking good. The library is good. The potions room, I think, is looking pretty amazing, honestly. Like, I love the way this turned out. I'm surprised that I was actually able... Yeah, look at that, to get this thing to work, because I usually have a ton of troubles with it. Now I have all this stuff ready and raring to go. Basically, this has just been a setup episode, I think. But unfortunately, due to the amount of time it took to do that, I no longer have time to continue this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been a little bit of a shorter one. But before we go, I do want to check and see that we haven't heard back from Gunther and Gizmo. And remember, last episode, Gunther and Gizmo went out to the jungle, and they have set up a little camp for themselves there, and they would message me if they needed anything. So let's check and see. Nope, nothing in here. Nothing in the ender chest. So I guess we'll have to wait until another episode to hear back from them. I'm kind of excited to see what they get up to as far as shenanigans are concerned, but we'll have to see that probably in the next episode, because I have just run out of time on the BunchaSquares SMP. Bye!